Now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Canton Township Supervisor Pat Williams.
Good evening. Thank you very much. Welcome everybody to, as Phil had stated, our 26th annual Juried Art Exhibition Fine Art Show. Arts are alive and well in Canton Township because of the ongoing continued support of the Canton Board of Trustees. Tonight, I believe we have with us in the audience Trustee Steve Snyderman. Could you please stand and be recognized, Steve? Thank you for your support of the arts ongoing. Another driving force between arts in our community is the Canton Cultural Commission and its subcommittees, as well as Canton Project Arts. Could all the members of the Cultural Committee please stand and be recognized? Summer, thank you. I see you up there. Ken, thank you guys. In addition, we also have the Canton DDA, a Downtown Development Authority, who has provided for us for over several years contribution to public art in our community by hosting an exhibition of sculptures along Ford Road. That is coordinated for us each year by Ken Thompson of the Midwest Sculpture Initiative. Also, as you walked into the theater tonight, you saw the sculpture of the Joyful Dancer. That was donated by the R. Jean and Nancy D. Richter Foundation. Tonight is about recognizing the artists who are juried into this 26th annual, again, juried exhibition. There were 150 works submitted by 57 different artists. Of those, 40 pieces were chosen for this year's exhibition. We've got the lights up. Could all the artists who submitted this year, could you please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Now, it's appropriate to introduce to you Mr. Ken Buva, who is the chairperson for the Canton Commission for Culture, Arts, and Heritage in our community. Ken, please.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm Ken Bua, and the chairperson of Canton Commission for Art, Culture, and Heritage, as just Pat mentioned to you. And here I am. Would like to introduce our special person who really played a major and important role in the whole process. And that is our 2018 juror, Amy Foster. But before we bring on a podium, let me share some background and credential of a very talented juror. As a 1994 graduate of the Center for Creative Studies, College of Art and Design in Detroit, Amy Foster received a well-rounded education in the field of illustration, graphic design, and the fine arts. While she many, dabble in painting and sculpting, her true passion is drawing, and her favorite subject matter is the figure, male or female, youthful or mature, portrait or full figure, cloth or tastefully nude. In 1999, Amy went into business for herself as a freelance artist and an art instructor. After teaching at a number of local institutions, including her alma mater, now renamed the College for Creative Studies, she decided to open her own art studio in Richmond, Michigan. She still travels to teach workshops and some weekly classes. Her latest location is the Atelier Art Studio in Royal Oak. Amy considers teaching to be a true privilege, which enables her to share her love and knowledge of art. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our respectable juror, Amy Foster.
Thank you, Ken. I want to start off tonight by saying thank you to Ann Yan, and I think the lights went down so we can't see her, but she made this process very enjoyable. Being a juror, anybody who has done it before, is not always the easiest of jobs. Teaching I love, jurying can be tricky. At the end of the night, I'm either somebody's hero or I am somebody's villain, and so that's always that fear of actually getting to jury a show. That said, you still have to do it. The job has to get done. So as Ken already mentioned, 157 pieces were entered and 40 were available to be shown, and that's a big number. 1 in 4 got to stay, 3 out of 4 had to go home. So it's not that they didn't have great work. I had asked for pieces that would hopefully show good mastery of composition, of drawing, and went on and on. So works came in and they showed mastery, but now we have to narrow that down again. And so I had to choose a different word, and so I chose the word mystery or intrigue. So as you hopefully are seeing some of these works maybe scroll before we saw the show, maybe you looked at a piece and said, well, I'm not sure what that actually is, and that was kind of the point. How do you take a different, diverse group of art that actually has different techniques, different subject matters, and you have to create one show that actually pulls them all together. So the hope is now when you go back out and see the show, you'll be like, that makes sense. Now I'm looking for something that actually has a little bit of that intrigue. A piece that might bring you back and actually want to take a look at it a second time, or third or fourth. So we got them down from 157 to 40. Thank you to Ann again as well, being very patient with me. And then I got a chance to come back Monday night and actually see them in person. And again, so many were like, wow, that is way better than I expected. So I always love it when you get a chance to see them in life, larger than life. Some that actually came in surprised me, bigger or smaller. And so you get that chance to see them, thick, really juicy paint, or subtlety, beautiful things that happen with subtle pen and ink. So of that 40, now we had to come down to 9. And so I love that idea. Choosing 9 of my favorite pieces, so I can hopefully be a little bit more subjective this time around and actually say, what do I actually appreciate more? Not just the teacher and me trying to put a show together, but what do I want you guys to see more of? And so of those, we actually have 4 merit awards, and we have 2 honorable mentions. Each of those pieces makes me want to look at them more. So whether it is a journey, trying to figure out where are these people going and who are they, whether it happens to be some dark shadow in the deep corner of a photograph, and I'm trying to look really hard to figure out what's going on in the background, maybe a watercolor coming foreground. I can't figure out what's in the foreground, and I don't care. I love this. What is actually happening in that area? Could it be that there is somebody hiding behind a pair of glasses, as the pen and ink actually shows? I love the gentleman playing the violin, and so I want to know that intrigue, what is there? Or is it somebody actually embedded in glass, and why are they embedded in that glass? Or in one case, we still have an undecided idea of what is the object? And so again, I keep coming back to this other award and saying, what is this? So I need to have a chat with him, I think, this evening and say, what truly is that object? There it is. So here we have now our grouping of those wonderful 6 pieces, and then we come into our top 3. So when we look at, we are wonderful journey. As we come into and past these are wonderful. So look at them, look in the shadows. What is it that intrigues us? What is it that's telling the story? And how do we pull ourselves back in? Now we approach our top 3. Wonderful, pastel. This is what I usually teach. This is what I normally would actually love to draw if I have the opportunity. So this really spoke to me quite well, and hopefully it speaks to you again. Number 2, coming in, we have James's portrait, and in this case, when you see the actual real life, it actually registers a little different than what you're looking at here. But what I love about this piece is that it actually is all about the dog. You know, usually we think in terms of person and dog, and so I love the fact that the dog becomes our central focus and the person in the background. He'll talk a little bit about that tonight too, but she's a little secondary. And so a really nice play of use of the oils and letting us actually be now what the dog is questioning us. Fantastic. And our first place with Janet's beautiful oil painting. Very traditional subject matter. If you know me, florals are not usually where I would head. So anytime I teach a still life class and I put flowers up, I always say, I am so sorry, problem solve on your own. So I joke about that, but I love her presentation of these, and it makes me look at potted flowers in a whole new light. I love a good crop. I love the fact that she cropped in on this, so she's not giving us every outside edge of it. She broke some rules of composition. That vase, good full half, flowers in the other half, and I don't care. It's awesome. It's fantastic. So that's when I love when somebody breaks rules. Teaching a workshop today, rules were asked, and I said rules can be broken, and you can get away with it. This is beautiful. So I love that. I love all of these pieces, and my hope is that you will go back now with a different word looking through this show, and that word of mystery or intrigue is take that extra minute to actually see if you can get lost inside their pieces like I did. Thanks again for having me. I really appreciate it. Wonderful.
Okay, I think this is the time now for us to start bringing the artists, and give them, their awards. So I request Mr. Pat Williams and Amy Foster to join us. Yeah, go ahead.
I don't see the envelopes. Ann? Phil? Ann? The envelopes? Uh-oh. Yeah. Okay, this is also going to be a mystery theater. No.
Hey, we got it on screen. We know where they are.
It is fun to wait and see who will be the winner, right?
Can you do your presentation again? That was so lovely.
I can talk all night long, and anybody who knows me, you know that I can. Any questions? No, I'm just kidding. There we go. We're good to go.
We have envelopes. Again, show's back on. All right, here we go.
Okay. Yeah, back to jerk it out. Okay, this is the way we going to start, and this award presentation, and I'm really honored to present the following awards. The first one, there are 4 merit awards. Merit awards goes to Travis D. Irby for Blow Heart. The next merit award goes to Dennis Gordon for Perilous Journey. The third merit award for Kathleen McNamee for Gray's Fairy Triangle. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Can I have to announce, Kathleen? Okay, third merit award, Kathleen McNamee for Gray's Fairy Triangle. And she's not here, unfortunately, but Let's pretend like she's here. The next one is Marilyn Wayne for Sweet Squares. Okay. We have two a honorable mention. The first one is J. Susan Etkin for Tranquil Garden. Next honorable mention, Chuck Schroeder for the violin. Yes. Thank you. Now, we are getting closer to top three. Number three, Susan Parrish for Raining Down the Main. Thank you. Congratulations. Please. Second place, James Tidwell for Road Trip. Okay, what is next? That's it. That's what I wanted to hear. Okay, this is the best of the show. Janet Canzilla for Lone Iris. Congratulations. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I ran out of all the best artists now. Thank you.
Would you guys like to make a couple brief remarks? So start with you and then work our way down if you'd like to.
I just want to thank Amy Foster for considering this piece. It sort of drew itself, and I'm just really excited and honored. Thank you very much.
Okay.
And thank you very much also. I'm certainly honored and all too. And mine was my two best friends is what it was. And I had to be very careful with my knowledge of the feminine mystique because that was my wife back there. And so my best friend was who? You know? Yeah, I got in a lot of trouble over that. So, but thank you very much.
Oh my goodness. When Ann called me, I didn't know whether to laugh or cry, and all I did was just keep saying, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And I think I might have screamed, Ann, so I'm sorry about that. You know, I was thinking about what to say because I knew I was probably going to have to say something up here, and oh yeah, who said that? You can come up and talk. And I thought, well, I can always talk about the painting and how much fun it was. And then I thought that what I really wanted to do was just thank a lot of people, because right now I'm kind of making some changes in my life, and it's been really stressful. And my painting, I think, has gone downhill at the moment. And thank you. But I wanted to really thank the people who have been supporting me. I wanted to thank Sarah Hadley, who gave me that pot and said, here, Janet, paint it, because she knew that it looked like me. I want to thank my studio mate, Kathy O'Connell, who listens to me vent about how bad my paintings are, and who also drove me here tonight so I could have wine. Okay? I also wanted to thank the people at Mary's Artists, including Sue Parrish, who listened to me also complain about my work all the time and just keep saying, that's okay, Janet, it'll get better, it'll get better. Their support means a lot to me. I wanted to thank my family who's here. You know who you are. Hi, Kim. That, I love you too. It means a lot to me, especially now. And I know I'm probably forgetting people. Amy, I really wanted to thank you too, because getting this award at this time reminds me about what's important, not the award itself, okay? Although that's nice, thank you very much. But the fact that I had fun doing that, I am not a flower painter either, but I had fun doing it and pushing and pulling those colors and making the pot look round, and it reminds me that that's what's important in my life. So thank you very much, and thank you everybody else.
Okay, guys, so that wraps up the important part of the evening. Just a couple quick notes. First off is we have, don't forget to vote for your favorite work out there. We have what we call the Gene Hammonds People's Choice Awards, a little blue slip. If there's your favorite out there, please put it, a name of the piece and the artist, drop it in the bucket on the way out the door. Last year's winner of the People's Choice Award was Susan Parrish for her piece Romance. I don't know if Susan with us? You are here. Please stand up. Be recognized, Susan. So the people chose her piece last year over all the pieces. Well done. The exhibition is going to be out there till October 27th. It's a reminder to all artists, please, to pick up your pieces October 28th and 29th. The gallery is open Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Please visit the theater's website for additional information. Also, don't miss some great upcoming programs that we have here at the theater. Pick up a schedule on your way out. If this is your, who's first time to Canton's Cherry Hill Village Theater? Raise your hands. Thank you guys for coming. Please keep coming back. If you would like to purchase tickets, please ask the usher, the house manager. We can do that for you. That completes our program. Please stay a little bit longer, go out, enjoy the pieces, and visit with other artists. Have a good night, guys. Thank you.